Alright, this is all set. Let's give it a whirl. I think I'm good to go here. Oh, let me just make sure this is muted too. Alright, that's good. Cool. One last thing I gotta check. New to the whole live streaming biz, so. Alright, that's good. Perfect. Let's give this a good old college try now. See what we can manage of this. Alright. I gotta turn that up. Massively overshot that. I was focused on my brake bounce. I've been using 2, I might try 3 for this one. Alright, now I'm actually gonna go. Let's try this. Not enough speed there, but it's fine. Hopefully we can make up for it. I mean, it's really for the ending that it matters. Got distracted myself there. That was stupid. What's going on, man? Yes, sir. It's good to see that the Sith Drone's name is getting around the community, by the way. I think it was TJ that started that one. How you doing, Portal? You doing any racing tonight? Let's go back to my normal, set that to 2. Let's give this a actual try now. I'm not going to be on for super long, because I'm going to go over to lead pencil streams. For anyone that's in here right now, highly recommend checking it out. I mean, the lab guides are just next to none phenomenal. Most helpful thing I've ever stumbled across. But between that and just like watching streamers, it's been a lot of fun trying to get better over the last month, or month and a half to 2 months, I should say. Why'd I go down 3 gears there? And then I overshot that. I mean, this lap's wasted anyway, so I'll read your message. I gotta get better at this. They pop up on my screen and like it still throws me off that I have to like try and read that, so then I go read my chat on my actual laptop. I gotta say, man, streaming biz, it's not for the weak. But doing good, I like to hear that, man. Super glad to hear that. Alright. Hopefully I can at least set myself up for a decent lap now, even though this lap's wasted. I gotta lock in a little harder too. I really gotta hand it to like people who do streaming all the time. I don't know why, it almost kind of throws off my racing ever so slightly. And it's just because my attention's split across other things. You know what I mean? Yeah, now we're talking. Are you TJ, by the way? You didn't change your name, did you? I'm pretty bad at recognizing names, so for all I know, I've seen you a million times in lead pencil streams and just didn't recognize your name, Portal. But even going back to what I was just saying, man, like that whole first corner there, because I was talking to you, I feel like I was almost zoning out doing it. Like, I don't know if I just did that good or not. I am the opposite of locked in right now. Oh, that spun me, that curved. Alright, we'll just reset. Yeah, I can't wait to watch lead though. It's going to be so helpful for me. I managed to get my time down to a 57.7, which, I mean, anything under 58 I was pretty amped about. And I was looking up the global rankings too. It made me feel kind of good about myself because it's pretty on par with where my ranking is. What am I doing? I'm messing myself up here. Not anyone's fault. I just am so not used to talking and trying to race. But yeah, so I was looking at the global rankings and I fell right at the spot where I was seeing tons of low Bs, high Cs, middle Bs. So that made me feel pretty good about it just because I just got to DRB. So I felt like I at least was on pace with like what my ranking is. But that being said, my goal for the entire night, and especially after I watch lead lap guides, is I really want to try and get a 56. I would be super amped about that if I could do that. And I probably, before I hopped in here too, I should have not loaded a ghost, but at least watched the replay or something like that. Hot Rod, what's going on, you legend? Hope you're doing well, man. Are you slinging Zaws today? Also, Hot Rod. That video, man, I genuinely was actually laughing so hard at that. Like, I mean, on top of it just being the truest thing I've ever heard, just every point that you were making, it just, I don't know, man, something about it was comedy gold. Yeah, I really should load the ghost up, honestly. It's so helpful. And what I see people do all the time, and I know it's a pretty easy setting to go change in your like ghost setting, I just really never try it. I like when people, I don't know what the word is for it, but put the ghost like a couple fractions of seconds ahead. Why am I going to third there? That was so stupid. No pizzas today. That's nice, man. Get chill, get some racing in, make some content, all that. Alright, that's where I do need to go third, because I need to get the spin. So I just did not have enough speed there. Oh, Portal, you are TJ. Good to know, man. Great to know. Yeah, when you came in with the Sith drones comment, I was like, is the name getting around? That's super smart, Hot Rod, 0.5 ahead. Because it throws me off having the ghost like right on you, especially if you can match pace. Get tighter there and keep my speed. Alright, let's see if while I'm talking to you guys I can actually lock into in the best way possible. You guys are testing my streaming abilities. But I mean, hey, jump into the deep end, right? Gotta learn it at some point. Bobby Vegas, I am honored by your presence, bro. Honored. Hope you're doing well today, man. East Coast just got slammed with snowstorms. I'm sure some of you guys heard from streamers on earlier. Grove Street, all those guys. Glen's probably going to talk about it. I think he's like Maryland or something like that. You doing any streaming tonight, Bobby? You gotta stop in if you are. For anyone that doesn't know, I feel like everyone's gotta know Bobby Vegas in here. Seriously, go check out his page. Legend of YouTube streaming. Some of the chillest lobbies you can find. Oh, that's what I like to hear. Yeah, Portal, you're gonna have to like reintroduce yourself, man. Everyone knows you as TJ Thompson. Alright. I think this is the one. Bobby, I was just saying before, major props to people like yourself that do this on the regular. Even just like chatting, like with the few small amount of comments I've had in this stream so far, throws off my race ever so, or not race, but my fast laps ever so slightly. It's really hard to do in terms of concentrating on both. I gotta hand it to you guys in terms of the multitasking. Warhawk, mellow, dog. Yeah, honestly, right? It looks very difficult. It's not a skill that I am taking for granted anymore. Because you watch it and you think, oh, anyone can do this, right? But nah, I mean, even doing it right now, look at my fast laps. Earlier this morning I tried and I was putting up 58s, 57.7, my fastest lap. Now I'm just putting up 2s because I'm chatting. Like, it's just such casual driving. But I mean, that just also speaks to me too. I feel like there are some people that are a lot better at kind of dividing their attention. I personally am just horrid at it. Yeah, it's difficult, Warhawk, right? So I at least have on my PS5 the broadcast on displaying chat, so I can quickly read them as they're popping up in the bottom right. But I'm sure if the message was too long, I probably wouldn't be able to do that. I also gotta figure out at some point, I mean, right now it's just more casual, you know, just hopping on here to have a good time. See if I can put up some good laps, you know, have some good laughs with people, all that kind of stuff. I'm probably going to hop off once the lead gets going soon. Yeah, cutscenes would probably make it a lot easier, Warhawk. Seriously, I can imagine that. Seriously. But what I was saying, anyway, I got to figure out like Streamlabs stuff. Oh, that was bad. Just because I was trying to do it earlier and I set up an account, but even like small stuff that I find is so cool that people have, like just how chat pops up in the bottom right, you know, you get the new subscribers that pop up in the middle, like the ribbons, all those different widgets. For PS5, when you're broadcasting direct, you can't use a third party like Streamlabs. So I kind of have to play around with what the process looks like for not broadcasting direct. I guess what that even means. It's tough, Hot Rod. Seriously. It's tough, man. If you ever figure it out, man, let me know, please. I'm sure Bobby's got it down pat. Also, let me just quickly glance over here. Make sure I'm not ignoring any of you. Yeah, I've seen that before too, Portal. Should I call you Portal now? Yeah, I'm calling you Portal. I'm fully diving in on this new name. I like the chat readers because I feel like that's super helpful. But I don't know. There's also a part of me that sometimes can find it a bit annoying. I've seen Philness do a chat reader that he just has playing through his AirPods, so it must be like some third-party thing, opposed to the broadcasting chat reader on the PS5. Oh, sorry, I was reading chat here. Probably looks pretty funny from your guys' perspective. You have it set up so you can have the messages pop up in case you're not paying. Yeah, that's really smart. How your ADHD set up. That's me, man. Seriously. That is me to a T right there, Portal. Yeah, honestly, I should make my name ADHD. It's bad. Alright, locking in. Also, let's quickly see. I got some time. Yeah, I'm gonna restart that because that wasn't a true lock. 5:53 my time. Got like another 40-ish minutes or so I'll probably hop off in like 15 to 20. So alright, that gives me enough time to do like 7-ish laps. What am I doing there? Not braking enough, braking too late. All will be revealed later in Led's lap guide. Also, if any of you guys are like, I don't want to call it lower, but I mean it is lower, like DRB like me, or even DRC. So curiosity, I'm sure you probably use the assist like I do in terms of racing line, brake points, and all that for learning a track. When you're actually racing though, do you guys turn them off? Just curious. Sometimes I find it helpful to leave them on. Not because I need them, but it's more just like as reference points to where I actually should be braking. Because I mean, Led's the one who says it best. They're really not commandments, you know? Especially as you get faster and you realize where you should be braking, turning in, all that kind of stuff, where you should be pushing your speed for exits too. But yeah, especially the racing line, I don't know. There's something about it that throws me off when I turn it off, even though it's a lot more fun. Oh, that was bad. And same for changing up the view too. My fastest view is definitely chase cam, what I'm doing right now, but it's not the most fun that I have when I'm playing this game. Putting it in the bumper cam or a cockpit view, that's probably the most fun that I enjoy. But anytime I do all that I just described, I'm probably losing at least like 2-3 seconds at a minimum. You have the brake point assist on. Yeah, it's easy to forget, right? And like I said before too, how do I want to explain this? It's kind of like looking at these markers. That's a singular point, opposed to a braking area is obviously a whole area. I don't like to think of my braking points as a single point that I'm looking for, even though, yeah, some people find that the most helpful, kind of like, I don't know, any example being like the start of this red. I know that's not the correct point, but say that was your braking point that you were looking for every single time. I almost prefer that it's referenced as an area that I have on my screen, because then I can kind of fiddle with it when I'm battling people. If you're on an inside line that isn't, say, the optimal racing line, it just kind of gives me a reminder as to, okay, like, how my adjustments are needed. I don't know. None of this is really going to make sense in how I'm trying to say this in my head. But I feel like you guys get the gist of what I mean. Those are great reminders. Those are honestly the best reminders. The most humbling ones, too. Alright, before I enter this next one too, I'm gonna read that. Certain breakpoints they have, I know I tend to break a bit late for the area and depending on how confident. Yeah, confidence in it too is a big thing. Sometimes, I mean, some tracks I feel super comfortable and confident right out of the bat, or out of the gate, whatever the saying is. But other times, yeah, it's a real work in progress, you know? And even when I get into the dailies, I'm still a little uncertain of where exactly within that area I feel most comfortable braking. Do I have to put that in second to get enough turn? That was such a bad spin out. Alright. I'm doing one lap of not reading chat, by the way. Well, let's see if I can actually do something better. One lap, no ADHD. Come on. I feel late on the gas. Like I'm coasting the middle part to get my weight transferred. And I know in my gut that's slower. Opposed to when you feel like you're whipping it. Let's see. Yeah, 31.9, that's definitely late. If I remember correctly. Slow there too. Alright, get back on the gas now that I have it. Yeah, but it's late. If I'm not clipping the curb, I'm clearly gassing late. I'm not carrying enough speed. That was the biggest wow realization, by the way, is realizing that although you don't want to hit the curbs, you know, kind of common sense, it's the weirdest realization when I suddenly kind of connected the dots that you actually want to be on the curb in most situations that they present it. Like here, you want to be carrying the speed enough like that you're clipping it, because that shows that you're pushing the car at least to its maximum potential of speed through that corner. And I know for anyone who's above me that's been racing for a while, that's probably the most basic racing principle there is. But it just kind of shocked me when I connected those dots. Oh, that's not a double gear down, that's a single. Because I always kind of thought of it before as you want to avoid the curbs, but they really are your friends in a lot of regards. Like even here, it's showing that you're kind of doing it right if you're on it in both situations, on the inside corner and for the late outside. Racing is a funny thing. It's the best feeling too when you start actually feeling like you're learning stuff. Opposed to at the beginning before I actually watched streamers. So, you know, I was just out here aimlessly playing and I didn't have a sim rag or anything, but yeah, there was really no knowledge gained anytime I was on track. For that one, I kind of halt, or I don't even know what word I want to use here, but I kind of like float on the gas when I'm halfway through the apex, which feels wrong, but I'm trying to like, oh man, I'm trying to wait out my speed to slow down so I can make the apex and get back on the gas quicker, like that. I just did that the complete opposite of what I was describing. I was on the gas too much, so I overshot it. Alright, come on, come on. Also, apologies if I just missed anyone's messages. I'm just really trying to lock in here now. Alright. That was better, not great. You know, better exit speed, but I felt a little slidey on the entrance. Also, if there's any East Coasters in here, can you just keep giving me a time check every now and again? I don't know why my laptop doesn't show like the top bar for what time it is. I have to like physically move the mouse to get it to show up. Alright, float it, float it. Nice, I'm in. Didn't carry enough speed though. Is that something I want to be shifting the second to get my car rotated? Just like a quick shift down, shift up situation? Like there, it kind of works, but I don't know if I really lost. Yeah, I did. Look, that's not the answer. That's what I'm gathering. I mean, it's... The quick shifts, I feel like, are 6:05. Thank you, Portal. Good to know. I'll probably be on for another 10 minutes then. Just to make sure I can get some time in to go get some grub. Oh, come on. Yeah, that was a deserved pen. Alright. Also, let me read chat too. I know I missed a bunch. Thank you, man. Appreciate the support. You guys are the best, seriously. Appreciate the kind words. And yeah, if you're new here, smash that like button. Greatly appreciate it, guys. Every like counts. Alright, what can we do? What can we do with the drunken sailor? That felt slow. I only say that because I didn't touch the outside curb. That's kind of my big indicators, whether I'm carrying enough speed. Yo, we're not? Bro, add me. It's exactly the same as my YouTube handle, at SirDroneslotGT. Or if it's easier, you can tell me yours if you're not online right now, and I'll add you in a second. Yeah, now that you got the sim rig, man, I want to go check out your replays. See how you're liking the new racing. It's just such a different experience. Ooh. I don't know about you guys. Like that situation, I'm not even really sure what that was. Maybe just too much torque on exit. I struggle all the time. This actually goes the same for applying brake balance. I kind of reverse what each one means, front and back. Like I know it's quite literally like putting the balance of the brakes towards that section of the car, the front or the rear. I just always mix up what each one does, so to speak, whether it stiffens your car or whether it makes it so your turn-in's better. Where was I going with that though? Something else that I always mix up just like that. Oh, oversteer and understeer. I hear that expression all the time, and I've even had them explain to me what they are. It makes perfect sense, you know, in terms of the front end or the back end sliding out, I guess is how I'd want to word it. But yeah, I still can't really identify the situation when I see it. Sometimes it seems obvious if it's the front or back, But there's a lot of situations where it quickly happens that I can't tell if it's understeer or oversteer. And because of that, I feel like I'm in this weird guessing game with where to apply my brake balance. Because I try not to freak out and change it too quickly. You know, I'll give it a couple laps, you know, test different things, all that. You can't really do one lap and get a good idea of if you like that. But, yeah. It's such a guessing game. It really is for me. Alright. I mean, I'm up on time, but not from a good one. Not from a good one at all. Looks like we got 6:08 now. It's time to really push it. Oh, yeah, it doesn't show me online. Yeah, I gotta change that setting. I always forget to change it. My girlfriend plays a lot of games on my PlayStation, and they're just like the stupidest games. It's like SpongeBob, stuff like that, and I don't care, seriously, I really don't. But I don't know, I just don't want people seeing me online thinking I'm playing some SpongeBob. Not that there's anything wrong with that. If you like playing those games, man, no shame. No shame at all. It's just not my thing, really. But hey, I like a couple nerdy games, don't get me wrong. Like when I got the PlayStation 5, I played, I used to play this when I was younger, the new, give me a second. Oh my god, I should know this. Ratchet and Clank, that's what it was. I thought the new one was sick. The graphics were cool. You know, it was just a nostalgic game when I was growing up. I mean, I'm sure that's for all of us. I feel like we're all pretty much around the same age. There's obviously some older streamers, but we kind of know who they are. Not to poke fun at any of you old guys. Alright, we got 6 minutes left until I'm hopping off. Gonna get some food before Lead Pencil stream. For anyone that's in here and doesn't know what that is, highly recommend you checking it out tonight. He is one of the greatest YouTube Gran Turismo 7 streamers there is, man. Nicest person ever. Coolest community there is, always putting out lap guides, super nice and friendly in chat, super helpful. I mean, any question you really have for him, and that goes for a lot of guys. I don't want to leave people out, but Lead Pencil obviously just being one of my near and dear favorites, wanted to give him a shout out. But there's so many people that you can learn from on here, seriously. Sammy Snake Racing, I know he does a lot of coaching, and even just watching guys that might not do coaching, like I forget if Digit does coaching, but the pace of all these A+ guys, my god, you can learn so much from watching them. Seriously. It's insane. Even going over to Bobby Vegas. Bobby Vegas will make you a better driver. Test your skills on track constantly. You know, he's a lot better than me. I'm a new B driver. I think I want to say he's A, Bobby Vegas. And if he's not, he's one of the best Bs there is, I'll tell you that. He might even be A+ though, for all I know. I don't know why some of these chats aren't popping up on the screen for me. Alright. Last 2 laps we're going to do here. So I am going to lock in and no chatting from me. See if I can actually put something up that's half decent here before we go for the lap guides tonight. Alright, come on. Lock in. 6:15. Good to know. Yeah, I'm gonna do 2 quick ones, and then I'm off. I may have overshot that a little bit. And apologies, because I don't know what's up in my chats right now, not popping up on the screen. Apologies, but I'm not ignoring anyone. I'm just trying to put in my last 2 good laps here to see if I can actually put it in FL. Alright, come on. I was so late on the gas. So late there. That's just not what you want. It's not what you like to see. Not what you like to see. Alright, one more. Last one. Let's get it. Come on, let's get it. I feel like I'm not turning in quick enough. I don't know if it's like my brakes locking up or something, but I'm not getting my car turns to the right quickly enough. And because of that, I feel like I can't get back on the gas, so I'm like almost coasting it just to make that apex. Or I guess not the apex, just to make the driving line. Not clip the next curb. Too slow. Too slow. Too slow exit, too. It's frustrating, but honestly, it's a lot of fun going through the practice of these dailies. So I almost feel like such a perfectionist that until I can push my car to where I feel like I'm getting my full usage of the track, I touch the daily. Clearly I need a lot of practice tonight. Yeah, that was just, I mean, faster though, so maybe I keep going. Alright, this is the last one though. I don't know how that was possibly faster when I did that double downshift. Maybe because I entered slower, I could exit faster. I might have to watch the replay to understand that. Also, I don't know if that's a single gear down or a double gear down. Because I just feel super shady about it when I only do a single. I feel like I'm carrying a lot of speed. That was so awkward. I didn't have the inside line. I was carrying too much speed. My gearing was all wrong. Yeah, I'm just like throwing this lap at this point. I'll finish it just because I respect the track. Gotta respect the track. I was too tight, so I came to that inside curb, and then I had to retransfer my weight to get back onto the correct line. Trying to do mid-corner adjustments is the trickiest thing. I feel like it just shaves off so much time when you get it wrong. Alright, 6:20. I think that's probably going to do it for tonight, folks. I might hop on later, depending on who's online, what time it is for here. But yeah, going to go grab some grub. Really appreciate everyone stopping by. If you could smash that like button on your way out, I really appreciate it, everyone. It means a lot, even the ones who have stopped by for the little bit of time that I've been on. Hot Rod, you're a legend. Portal, TJ, new name. I don't even know what to call you anymore. You're an absolute legend, bro, for always sticking around. Warhawk, same to you, man. Bobby Vegas, everyone who stopped by. Hope I'm not missing anyone. Really appreciate it, everyone. But yeah, I'll catch you guys soon. Hopefully catch you over at Leadstream. So have a great night, everyone. Peace.